Division 2 and you're live with Tux. I got a good show for you, Bandidos. What's up? What's up? Let's just jump right into the topic of the day. In this live stream, we're going to be talking about the easiest way to get the best Dark Zone exclusive named item gear. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's make sure I'm coming in loud and clear. Chat, if you would, give me a Tux live. If you can hear me, A-OK. And then we will get into the goodies. But let's see who's in our live stream already. Who's first? Typhoon, what up? And Ultra Mega Man. All right. So we got some folks representing from all over. Ultra Mega Man saying what's up from Australia, Sydney. Typhoon, I can't remember where you're from. Are you out of the UK? I think you might be. And what's going on, Atlas Tactical? He says, hey Bandidos, love the channel. What we got going for today? Yeah, today we're gonna be talking about Dark Zone exclusive named items, and we are going to be talking about how to farm them, and we're gonna be reviewing what kind of quality we can get out of these bad boys. What's going on, Sam? Glad you made it, man. I'm glad I caught you in your time zone. Xander, what up, buddy? What up? All right, sounds good audio. Sounds like audio's coming in. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. Xander out of Canada. All right, Typhoon, where are you coming out of, man? Remind me. E-Red, Morty time. What's going on, bud? Glad you made another one. A new member of the Players Club. You know you're in the Players Club because you got that fancy little skull next to your name. San Diego, that's right. Okay. Thanks for reminding me, bro. Okay, a little housekeeping. So first, if you like what I do and you want to support me in the Division 2 community, if you want to support the cause, then be sure to hit the like right now and subscribe if you haven't. All right, I'll be doing us some faves. Also, members of Tux's Players Club, you guys with your fancy little skulls, all right? Hey, I just dropped that 8% regen Rockstar build yesterday. The 8% regen Rockstar build. So that just went out yesterday. The link is in the description area of this live chat below, as well as the latest builds from last week for everybody else as well. And so, also members, I just want to remind you that if you go to my YouTube page, there's a members only playlist right at the top. So if you have a hard time finding a post or it's not showing up in your feed, which happens all the time, by the way, YouTube, you know how YouTube rolls, then you can find the latest members only videos right there on that playlist just for you guys. So yeah, that one's hot, man. An 8% regen Rockstar build, and so I showed the gameplay footage of it about a week ago. Kind of teaser footage, and so I think everybody's pretty excited and anticipating this build. And the next build I have rolling out, so we are in Players Club, so Members Week. So this is Members Week, so we're celebrating the members, and so I have back-to-back classified builds for you guys coming out here. And the next one's gonna be really hot too. I'm thinking about calling it Perfect. That's it, just Perfect, because it's absolutely perfect. As a matter of fact, I'm just trying to farm this one last piece because when I do drop it, I want it to be absolutely perfect because it's a beautiful build, and I think you're gonna really love it. But I don't want to do any spoilers, so I'm gonna hold on to giving you guys too many details. But it's gonna be hot, and you're gonna love it. Another one of these solo legendary builds that I think many of you get a kick out of. Even if you don't do solo legendary, it's just knowing that it can is really helpful in showing you what kind of power that these bad boys have in them. But for the rest of you, if you guys didn't know that these classified builds, these secret builds we're talking about, are made just for Tux's Players Club, true and hardcore Bandito member levels. These are extra builds I make as a thank you for supporting me in the channel and therefore the entire community. Echo. Because that's what I do. I build and support the community. So if you want to tap into these secret builds and support the cause, you can get access today by making sure you're at least a true Bandito member level. Click the join button below. I'll also drop links in the chat feed when I remember throughout this dealio. Yeah, so the perfect build I'll probably drop. It's gonna take me a couple of days, so let's just say Monday at the latest. I'll try to get it out on Sunday if I can. I'll probably do another live stream. Well, I'm gonna do a live stream tomorrow. So it just comes down to this one backpack that I'm farming. So if I can get this backpack today, then what I'll do is I'll record some gameplay footage, and for tomorrow night's big stream, so if you guys didn't know, on Saturday nights is the big community stream, and so when I do tomorrow night's stream, then I'll stream gameplay footage of this new build, and you will do not want to miss it. I'm pretty sure I'll get this this backpack today. Actually, I've been farming it all day yesterday and today, and it's just like I'm hitting everywhere around what I need, and so I suppose that I'll land on this bad boy today. Let's see who else has jumped into the live stream real quick, and then we're gonna jump right into the meat of the subject. But see, Jacob Starkey, what up, what up, what up? Glad you made another one, man. Oh man, that sucks, bro. You got tested positive for COVID. At least you're getting it out of the way, man. I don't know, do you know which variant you have by any chance? Is it the Omicron? Also, are you in the US or are you outside of the US? But yeah, that sucks, man. Hopefully you stay healthy. Make sure you stay hydrated and isolated, of course. Boo. But you know, I had family members that caught it, and they, you know, they didn't even know they had it. So, you know, it could just come and go, and I wish that for you. Zircon, how are you, man? Hey, Tux, appreciate the build videos. You got it, man, all day long, bro. All day long. And I got a bunch I'm sitting on, guys, and I'm really trying to get these out there for you because these are some fun ones. These are a lot of fun ones. All right. So cool. So if you guys have any questions as they come up, please in the chat type question ahead of your question, you know, or a big capital Q, some question marks or whatever, something to get my attention, because I want to make sure I get to your guys' questions. All right. And of course, you can always do the super chat. That definitely gets my attention, and also helps support the cause. So feel free to hit the super chat button. All right. So we are talking about getting Dark Zone exclusive named items. So basically, flat out, the best builds in the game all have named items. And I think that's pretty hard to argue with, right? And I'm not saying the best build, I'm saying the best builds, you're right? So plural to plural. So named items are spectacular. I mean, like for example, here's a named item here. So this is the swap chain, and this is my newfound favorite secondary backup weapon, and I actually roll it with the 8x scope. Look at that thing. This is actually nasty. So you can switch to it, and I did a demonstration of this in the past, but you can actually blind fire focus on somebody's face from, like, you know, 50 meters out and land pretty much the whole mag on their face. And so with the 8x scope, that's pretty nasty. So a great secondary weapon. But anyways, this is a named item, right? And that's a light zone one. And the contractor's gloves is also a named item, right? So that's what we're talking about. But also the death grips. So the death grips are a Dark Zone exclusive named item, and they're really, really handy. And so these are what I'm talking about when I say named items, right? And we also have things like the Emperor's Guard. These are also Dark Zone exclusive. And so when you're farming, or when you want to be able to have great build diversity, or if you want to keep up with Tuxedo, then you need to be farming named items, because I use them a lot. We all do. All the content creators, all the build makers do, because they're fabulous. They really round out your builds, and sometimes we build around them, right? So anyways, so we also the Fox's Prayers and things like that. And so if you notice, like I'll have multiple of everything, and I do. I mean, and as you can see, I have lots of improvised gear. Those actually save me a lot of time, but and I have things spread out across multiple characters. I have 3 characters, just so you know. But just to actually, let me go to my knees, because I want to show you here that, you know, look at all the Emperor's Guards I have, right? So one with repair skills. So this is great for a pestilence build, right? Because you want weapon damage, and then you don't care about crits really. So I'm looking for regen, so that's a good one there. And then a crit version. So the one that I showed you a second ago had crit damage, so this is a crit chance version. A weapon handling version, another one that's good for the pestilence. A skill damage version, great for hybrid builds. So these are things. So you're not looking for just one Emperor's Guard. You're looking for a variety of these named items, and these are DZ exclusive. So these are extremely hard to get, guys. They really are. And so basically, in order to get these, well, the primary way to get these is to actually go into the dark zone, right? So, and sorry, for those of you experienced players, please bear with me here. I just got to make sure I cover the bases for the newer players, because we do get a ton of new players into the game. And so, but we have 3 dark zones. So that's Dark Zone East, and there's South, and there's Dark Zone West, right? So you got 3 dark zones. So if you wanted the Emperor's Guard knee pads, you basically, I mean, there's a chance to get them in the targeted loot anytime, but your best bet is to farm them when there's either Murakami or there's knee pads in these zones, right? So today wouldn't be a great day, but if you were looking for the death grips, then today is a fabulous day for the death grips. And the death grips are these guys. These are also Dark Zone exclusive named items, and they're very, very, very handy. I'm always looking for these. I'm always looking for variations of these also. So, but you got to go in there, and so you got to find them. And then if you are lucky enough to get them from the dark zone, then what ends up happening is you got to extract them, right? And so what ends up happening is that when you have days like 511 in DZ South, I guarantee you that everybody in DZ South today, I mean, that's where I would be if I was a DZ player and I was looking to farm, then I'd be in DZ South today, because the other 2 aren't interesting to me, right? Petrov doesn't offer anything that's DZ exclusive, and neither with the other one I think was Negotiators, and it doesn't either, right? I think the other one's Negotiators. Yeah. So it doesn't offer anything that's DZ exclusive. So 511 offers the death grips. You can only get those in the DZ. So if you are a DZ player, or even if you're not, then 511 and you're looking for those death grips, today's a really good day to get in DZ South. But realize it's going to be competitive in there. And so if you do find a pair, then, you know, hold on to your britches, because people are going to be trying to steal those from you. They can sniff them when they can. There's a smell, there's an aroma in the air when a hot item drops, just so you know. So anyway, so then you got to extract them, and I'll tell you, it's really frustrating when you find something that you've been looking for and it gets jacked from you in the dark zone. It's really frustrating. Nobody likes that experience. So what I'm here to tell you, and what some of you already know, and that's because I've been preaching it all the time, is that there's another way to get Dark Zone exclusive gear, right? And we've been doing it. So if you've been following my channel for at least a week, then I've been telling you all last week to farm the hell out of the reanimated event. So if you go to your main menu and then you go to seasons, you can see all the current and past events, okay? So the devs, instead of a true season, they gave us 4 events back to back. We are in the 4th week. So we started with SHD Exposed, Golden Bullet, Reanimated, and today we're on Hollywood, right? And so this is gonna end in 3 days. Now me, I'm not playing Hollywood because I'm not a fan. And so I'm not creating any special builds for it either. I'm just not a fan. And so, but Reanimated, I played the hell out of this event. And I think I gave you guys 4 or 5 builds just for this event because it was so much fun. And so, but just using this one as an example, if you just look here, you go inside and you can see in the rewards track, and they all look the same. All the rewards tracks looks the same. Well, this one doesn't actually. This one's a little bit different, isn't it? The other ones have 2 exotic caches in them. This one's got awesome shades. I might need to play this for the shades, but this one's actually a little bit different. Anyways, but otherwise inside there, you got named item caches, gear crafting caches, season caches, and optimization caches, whatever, exotic caches. So all this stuff is really, really useful. Actually, just playing the events just for this rewards track is worth it alone. But if you see here, look over the challenges on this side. It says completing global event challenges, earn red stars. And and you get additional stars when you level up while the event is active, right? So you can play these things. I just kind of ignore them and end up earning them anyways. But ultimately, you're trying to gain as many red stars as possible. And in the last event, I gained like somewhere around 170 stars. And so when there's a qualifying event active, the season vendor here, who's open right now because it's Hollywood event, you can go here and you can buy dealios, right? But I don't have any red stars right now, but what I suggest you do is that you buy these named item caches, all right? They're only costing you 8 stars. And, you know, I'm not going to go into too many details on these other ones, but they're good secondary options. Are probably the legacy season caches. So if I wasn't getting named items, I'd go here. Do not go exotic caches, okay? And I think optimization caches are too expensive for what you're getting. But, you know, that's another topic. But so named item caches, I think, are the best buy in here. And what's unique about named items is they give you named items in the light zone and the dark zone. So those Murakami knee pads, those death grips. So this is a way the best way to get Dark Zone exclusive items without ever stepping in the Dark Zone. So for you PvE players, PvE only players, then this is the best way. The other way is, you know, the last and final way is to get them from Dark Zone vendors. The problem with Dark Zone vendors is that you need DZ credits, and the only way you get DZ credits is by actually going into the DZ. So you can see that this is the only true way to get Dark Zone items without ever going into the Dark Zone. So what I've done is I spent all my red stars from the reanimated event and to purchase 20 named item caches. And so what I'm gonna do for you guys today is I'm gonna open all of these caches and we're gonna see what percentage of them are Dark Zone exclusive items, okay? And then we're gonna evaluate the quality. Now this isn't the first time I've done this video. I do this video basically on every big event. So like Golden Bullet, Reanimated, because I like to show you guys that, hey, it's worth the grind. And I'm preaching you, grind, grind, grind. And I don't always get lucky. And as a matter of fact, we're in my position, I'm in the toughest place because I've been playing this game for a while. And so I have everything. As you can see, I have like 6 or 7 pairs of Emperor's Guards, for example, knee pads. And so I have everything. So when I'm hunting for something, I'm looking for something very, very specific. All right. So, know that. And so I trash more than you probably would, but the quality is better in these named item caches than they would be if you went to the Dark Zone. And that is, you know, I've had lots of luck in the Dark Zone getting named items that are exclusive to the DZ, but the quality was always kind of like meh. But with these, the quality is always very consistent, and I mean like 70 percentile or better. Okay, and so my God Rolled Virginian rifle, for example, came from here, and so on and so forth. But more into that. Z06 Prime, what up, buddy? Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Let's see what your question is here. Thank you for doing what you do. You bet, man. You bet. I appreciate you guys for supporting me, for just showing up to these streams, and super chats like this really help me keep the grind grinding. But it says, can you please show me 2 of your loadouts, Striker and Hybrid? Are you saying Prime, do you want to see the Striker Hybrid and the Striker build? Because I got a couple of things going on here. I got a lot of Striker. So the Striker build here that I'm showing you here is actually what I'm calling one of the new metas. So there's about 3 new metas on the board right now, guys. If you don't know this, and if you guys are been following me and been watching all my live streams, my live streams are really valuable, guys. I hope you're staying true to the live streams, not just the recorded videos, the build videos. There's been a lot of big giveaways and big tells that have been sticking in the live stream. So if you saw like for example the exotic cache live stream that I did a couple of days ago, in that I showed the new meta, which is, I'm saying flat out, no argument, strongest assault rifle build in the game, flat out, and it's brand new, based on the latest updates from TU14, and that's hitting 1.45 million critting using the AK. So anyways, so there's a lot of huge knowledge nuggets as well as actual full-on builds that I reveal in these live streams, because just like what Prime is doing, I'll get a question that's related and I'll be like, well, might as well just show you the build, you know, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, live streams are very valuable. I think that there's more to them, you know, not just mine, but other people's. That there's a lot of knowledge nuggets. So I hope you guys show up to as many of these as possible. But Prime, like, if you don't mind clarifying there, I'd really appreciate that, man, because so I can talk more about this Striker and kind of run through piece by piece for you as well, and for the community. Actually, I don't mind doing that. This is the new one of the new meta builds, and then I do have I want to see here if I'm not sure if I have it on me, but the other one is I got a bunch of builds, obviously. So the other one is I would have to quickly assemble it if you're talking about the Striker Hybrid, which is called Perfect Blend. So many of you guys know that one. The Striker Hybrid is called Perfect Blend, and it's basically a 6 skill tier Striker build. And I have 2 build videos out on that one. There's the original one, and then there's the new one based on the latest updates. So yeah, clarify, bro. And oh wait, maybe you did here. Let me see here. Let's see. Yeah, I need to support something. Cool. Yeah, so you need a screenshot. So yeah, I'll hold this here for a second and then we'll open that. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna drop the join link for you. And then if you're looking for the hybrid one, we'll have to come and circle back around on that, or I can send you the link. Actually, I can drop you the link to that because that's let me see, it's called I got two of them actually. So here's the original perfect blend. This is for all of you guys actually, because these are solid builds. These are basically solo legendary builds that I took a striker build just like this, and then I hacked it into a 6 skill tier build. Basically running the here we go. Here's the second one. The whatchamacallit. I think I have one where I'm using the test subject and another one where I'm using the capacitor. But the capacitor is kind of my favorite. And then here's perfect blend version 2. So there's 2 of them, and they are different. Okay, so they are different. So perfect, the original one doesn't use the chest piece, and then the second one, version 2, uses the striker chest piece. It's sort of a preference thing there, okay? Because on the original one we have glass cannon, and that does power your skills and your weapon, where the chest piece just powers your weapon. But yeah, let me know if that's what you're looking for. Hopefully that's, I think I nailed it. Ultra Mega Man knows what we're talking about. Perfect blend, baby. The hybrid non-striker, or yeah, the one you have for striker. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at these named item caches. So I got 20 of them. They're all stacked up. So each one of these, again, costs 8 red stars. And this is what I'm suggesting you spend your red stars on. So the first one is Punch Drunk. It's actually a really nice one. So look at the quality here, right? That's beautiful. That's actually beautiful. Now, this is totally a keeper. This is totally a keeper because welcome, Prime, to the Players Club. Appreciate you, man. Back to back. You're on fire. You're on fire, brother. Which time zone are you in, or what country are you in, Prime? Let me know that too. That's also helpful. I try to mentally collect you guys' time zone so I know who I'm getting where when I do these live streams. Anyways, this is definitely a keeper. You could roll the weapon damage into armor if you wanted to. I'm probably gonna end up trashing it because I already have one of those, and I got stash issues. So don't we all? Caesar's Guard. I don't think this is a DZ. So yeah, the first one is not a DZ exclusive, but it's a really great piece. This is also not. I think this is a light zone item, but it's got skill haste. Skills have a 30% chance to resist. So I mean, if you're gonna run perfectly skilled, you wouldn't want skill haste. Do you see why? Because the whole point of it is to reset your cooldowns. So skill haste would be redundant and not helpful. So anyways, so 0 for 2. So we're trying to collect Dark Zone exclusives. So 0 for 3. The third one is a Surge. Quality is really good though, if you're looking for one of these. I feel like InSync, I mean, it's still got its uses, but I feel like InSync and Future Perfect kind of took over on those. On the spike, took over the spike, made it obsolete, so to speak. Black Friday, all right. So here we go, 1 for 4. So that's 25% right there. So this is a Dark Zone exclusive LMG. Actually, I have a couple of these, and I haven't actually used it. Hey, chat, if any of you have used this, let me know, and let me know what you guys actually think about it. But I got a couple of them. I've been collecting them. I haven't trashed them because I plan on trying it when I kind of circle around to LMG builds. I want to kind of have a week or a couple of weeks where I focus on LMG builds for you guys, because I know we kind of overlook them a lot as build makers. So, but this one grants 22% weapon damage at the cost of stability and accuracy, which I hate that when there's a cost. But I don't know. Part of me looks at it and says, God, 22% weapon damage isn't a lot for that. All that. I mean, LMGs already suck with their handling, right? And so to make it even crappier is kind of like for more weapon damage. So basically, you gotta point blank shoot at somebody to make this one worth it. I don't know. So that's sort of why I haven't come up with the build for it yet. That's just how I'm thinking. But somebody let me know if you guys actually like that thing. The Harmony. I think the Harmony is Dark Zone exclusive. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But I think the Harmony is Dark Zone exclusive, right? Sometimes I forget because I open so many named item caches that you know, I forget how I get my things. But yeah, so I think that's 2 for 5. So 2 for 5. That's not bad. 40%. Liquid Engineer, 3 for 6. All right, 50%. So this is a really good one, actually. This is a keeper for me. I'm gonna keep this one. So if you guys didn't know, your skills proc Bloodsucker. I'm sure a lot of you guys know that, right? But your skills proc Bloodsucker. So my turret, my drone. So what I would do with this one. I wish it didn't have explosive resistance. It is what it is. But or maybe I keep the armor. But what I would do is one option is to roll that armor into a skill tier. And then your skills, when they get a kill, they're gonna proc Bloodsucker. Now the big bonus with Bloodsucker is it's sort of I don't know if multiplicative is the right way, but it stacks the bonus armor. So you're gonna get 12% bonus armor, and then the next one is gonna be something like 24% bonus armor on the second kill, and it's gonna stack it. And so you get like a shit ton of bonus armor on every kill. But so I like that it has skill damage. That's an unusual one. And that makes it a keeper for me, makes it interesting for a skill build. So either keep skill damage and lose explosive resistance, or re-roll that armor. But I like that armor is max rolled, so that'll be a tough choice, but definitely a keeper. So anyways, 3 for 6. So we're at 50% of these caches are coming Dark Zone exclusive. So that's a good number for us, guys. We should be happy with that. But I'll be happy with 40%. If we're above 40%, then I'm good with that. So Lightning Rod, perfect salvage. So this is a light zone item. Nothing really to talk about there, but let's see what else. Do pay attention to the quality of these though, guys. I mean, that's the rolls is what I want you guys to also pay attention to. I mean, like this one's not bad. You just have to re-roll that damage to armor, and then you got yourself almost all the way full. So just a little optimization on top of that. But yeah, this is actually a really, really cool shotgun. Now, I do like it, and I had a lot of fun using it, and it works. But after I used it, I sort of never went back to it because I realized that actually you'd be better off with Optimist, running Optimist here. And that's because the reload is already really fast. Again, it's not modded out, but the reload time is already fast that you don't really need perfect pummel. You don't really need pummel. So it's giving you that 40% weapon damage, but I might as well have that damage up front. And the reload speed isn't an issue for that weapon. So I like pummel on something like the M870. But Z06 Prime, yeah, you can upgrade the membership. The easiest way to do it is to if you're on a PC. But if you just go to my my main YouTube channel page, and then there's a memberships tab. Let me look at it myself so I don't get confused. So if you go to my main YouTube channel, there's a memberships tab, and that shows your membership, and that's where you can manage your membership there. Here, I'm gonna drop that link for you there just in case. So that should take you there also, I think. That link should translate. Yeah, did for me. So I think the last one we saw was a tsunami, right? Yeah. All right, let's see what's next. Come on, baby. Give me something pretty. Contractor's gloves. I don't really need another pair of these, but interesting with status effects, right? So I know there's a lot of people that like running the Pestilence with the status effect build, and so that would kind of match up nicely. I might not want to trash those, but we'll see. I got stash issues again, so I have to make hard decisions. New reliable, another light zone item. So, but really nice rolls on it. It's good. I know some people really like that thing. So, I'm just not a big fan of LMGs, so I haven't really given it the time of day. But ooh, another dark zone item, and it's a good one. Let's see here. It's the Ferocious Calm, which is the named Fenris. So, which could go really good with either the test subject or the capacitor. It's got a weapon damage core, so if you're gonna leave that, you're probably better off running the test subject. But if you're gonna convert that weapon damage to a skill tier, then try that. Try the capacitor is what I mean. So this gives you perfect overwatch. So after staying in cover for 8 seconds, increase you and your allies' total weapon and skill damage by 12%. As long as you remain in cover or in cover to cover. So I think it's the time. I think it's, yeah. So it's the time. So I think the 12% is what you get on the non-perfect version. So, but with this one, instead of being in cover for 10 seconds, you only have to be in cover for 8 seconds for it to kick in. So yeah, that's a nice one. I'm probably gonna keep that one. I'm probably gonna roll off the status effects and maybe roll that onto some crit damage there or something like that. But this is just a good piece. I mean, I always end up default. You know me, I always end up defaulting to glass cannon, but you know, I need to. I'll also show you guys some non-glass cannon versions too. But on skill builds is what I mean. On skill builds, I use glass cannon a lot. Designated hitter, you know, not that exciting. It's perfect reformation, but the rolls aren't bad. But yeah, I'm sure you guys get plenty of those just laying around, I'm sure. But yeah, I'll trash it because, again, stash issues. Really, wow, this one's interesting too. Actually, this is the Chain Killer, the named Walker chest piece. This is a light zone item with perfect Headhunter. I think it's a light zone item. Yeah, it is. But it's got skill damage and crit damage on it with really nice rolls. I mean, I'm tempted to roll a skill tier there. Yeah, that could be really interesting. The question is, yeah, roll a skill tier there. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. What if like we run a shotgun build, like the M870, except instead of putting pummel on there, we put on future perfect. Right, and then so after that second or third kill, you got your skills on overcharge, which is really easy to do with that shotgun because it hits so damn hard. Or we do a in sync route. Anyways, opens. So you see what I'm after here? That's why I like named items, is because they help you come up with some pretty creative builds. So yeah, this is how I come up with a lot of my builds, guys. I named items, you know, pop up because they're such good pieces. You can build around them, right? And you can't do that with just anything. I mean, you can. Some things are just like awesome, but named items, you can create whole builds around the named item, just like you would an exotic, right? They work just like exotics that way. You know, you get the Eagle Bearer and you create a build around the Eagle Bearer. Hey Prime, if it's not working for you, brother, I'll send you another link in just a second of just go to just my channel page. But yeah, sorry for the inconvenience if that link's not working. Sometimes what works for me doesn't work for you guys because I'm signed in. You know what I mean? Like I'm signed into my account. So let me I'm gonna drop you another link here. So this one's just to my page. So when you go to my page, assuming that works, and you might need to copy the link and then paste it into your browser, but when you go to my page, just go to the membership tab, and right at the top there should be a membership level. I wish we could manage it on our side, but as for some reason we just can't. Like I can't cancel you, I can't upgrade you. I can see you and I can see what level you are and how long you've been a member, but I have no control over the actual memberships, which is kind of dumb. Wish we did. Ron Alcacid says, I used the new reliable with 3-piece striker and it handles just like an AR. I bet it does. That's a lot of handling. That the added weapon handling, I mean, RPM has got to feel really good too. Gizu, you can't complain, brother. 5 straight swap chains. Oh yeah, but let's talk about this strategic alignment. So I mean, you guys get this. This is not a DZ item, but look at the rolls on that. That's beautiful. I mean, with this, let me see. Applying a status effect to an enemy increases total skill damage and repair. So you get into 20% skill damage, right? Which is basic. So 20% skill damage is basically the equivalent of a skill tier. So if you think about it, if you turn that in your head a little bit, okay, then you could roll that core attribute into a weapon damage core if you wanted to, right? And look at, well, the talent is my weapon damage core, my skill tier, I'm sorry. The talent is my skill tier, so I could take that skill tier away and turn it into weapon damage. I mean, it's that, you know, this is another way to run this build. And it's tempting with the way that they set it up. Or you could take away that crit damage and put skill damage there and then get the complement from the talent itself, right? Because it's the talent saying more skill damage and more repair. So I could just replace that crit, but it's hard. I hate rolling over max crit damage. I don't know about you guys. But, all right, let's see what we got. So we're not doing bad though. We're not doing bad. I got a couple of good finds here. The darkness. So the darkness is, you know, basically blind them, get more weapon damage, but that's perfect sort of situational. So meh. Anyways, yeah, so yeah, luck. So let's see what else we're gonna get here. Running out of real estate, I went crooked. Let's see. Fox's prayers. All right. Explosive resistance. Not super handy. Look, beautiful rolls on it. Probably end up trashing just because I got more than I need of those. But yeah, y'all I'm sure have multiple Fox's prayer. Mozambique special. Boo. Boo. Perfect bread basket. Actually, you know, bread basket's a good talent. I don't think it gets enough love, but it actually works really well for those heavy hitting pistols. Not this one, but like the D50 bread basket would work nicely. And I also think the 1886 rifle bread basket would also work nicely. So something to think about. Maybe we'll need to come up with a bread basket build. Anybody in the chat, what's up? Do you guys like bread basket? Anybody actually use it? I think we default to the other talents, but another surge, so nothing fancy here. So another light zone item, but let's see what else we got. Running down. I got a couple of bonus caches to open for you guys too, so stick around for that. Ooh, look at that, Baker's dozen. That's nice with optimal range, which isn't bad. So get more range out of this is not a bad thing. Otherwise, I would go for damage to targets out of cover. But optimal range pays, guys. It pays. Like if you put it on your assault rifles, or if you run the scope, I think it's the ACOG that gives you more optimal range. It actually pays out because it improves your damage over distance, right? So not a bad thing on a weapon. Not a bad thing. Of course, it's not multiplicative damage like you could get out of damage targets out of cover, but you know, it is that. Okay, so the boomstick. Ooh, look at that beautiful rolls. This is a light zone item too, so nothing to brag about. But one of these days, I'm gonna put together one of these builds for you. I feel like we should be running around with the double tap shotgun. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry that's not easier for you, but next, if you're on a PC Prime, and if you just click the join button, that it would be right below the video screen. There's usually like a green join button. Then that will get you. You could just literally select a different membership level. But if I was able to do it on my end, I would totally help you out there. I don't know why they make it so difficult. I wish they also, that join button doesn't show up on cell phones, like if you're watching from your mobile phone. So that's why I have to drop the links for you guys throughout these chats or these live feeds. So anyway, so I got these other ones. So as a bonus, let's open these up. But as you can see, I got lots of fun goodies here. So this is a good way to save your stash space by letting things move into your mailbox. And so, you know, that rewards track here, if you don't claim these things in your rewards track, they're going to drop into your mailbox. But just a heads up. Remember, you got to spend those red stars before basically Monday night, end of Monday night. Otherwise, you're gonna lose them all, and I've done that. I'm sure many of you guys have. But yeah, you do not want to lose. You don't want to lose those very valuable and hard to earn tokens. Oh, look at that. Is it? You guys think it is what it is? Look at those blues. Please be armor regen. It is. Woo! I've been looking for that. That's actually what I'm looking for. We just struck gold, baby. We just struck gold. You guys are my lucky tokens. Sam's fan, No Mix, Prime. You guys are my luckies. Woo! I've literally that is the one piece I've been opening up all these caches for, that single piece. This one. Nothing else. Nothing else. That's what I've been looking for. And that's because I have everything, right? So I have everything. I have the apartment, I have the Virginian, I have everything. I've been playing the game a long time. And I've opened up a lot of these. But what I was showing you was earlier, you guys probably saw that I have all of these Emperor's Guards, and we'll go into that in a second. And these were the only ones that I don't have. I have like crit chance and crit damage and repair skills and weapon hail. I have everything. So I just opened up a legacy season cache. Okay, and the legacy season cache contains 2 items. So when you buy, these cost. So let me just show you at the top. So these cost 12 red stars. Okay, and it's like buying one. It's like buying one and getting the second item half off, right? If you look at it that way, comparing it to like a named item. Now, what's inside of these is basically anything that's anything that can be on this top shelf there of the season, in any season. Okay, season 1 through 7. So anything that can be up there, you can find from the legacy season caches. Now, this one is actually a really lucky one. We got 2 named items, so that's sort of rare. But the reality is that you can get things like the Eclipse Protocol or Hunter's Fury or Strike or whatever. Some really basic things also that are easy to find. And so, but it's also, these caches are the only way to get system corruption outside of the Dark Zone also, because they were once in a season rewards track also. So if you're farming system corruption, then go for legacy caches, okay? But this isn't a bad one. We got the Quiet Roar and we got the Devil's Due. So let's open up our other one. So these are bonus caches I'm opening up for us just to see what we get. Just to show you in comparison. Another named item, Force Multiplier, which is actually, that's actually a nice one. Max crit damage, I might keep it. Probably not, actually, I already have one like that. Tactical 308, which is not that exciting. So anyways, let's take a quick count on how many Dark Zone exclusive items we got, for percentages, because you guys need to know that. That's what you need to grab. So the quality is there, as you can see, but let's, what I do, and I always do it the same way, guys. I always farm 20 named items, okay? Caches. I always farm 20 named item caches, and I open them all at the same time. I open them all at the same time just as a way to demonstrate for you guys, but the reality is you don't need to do that. But when an event comes up, I feel like, yeah, those are the numbers I need to get what I'm looking for. So there's 2 DZ exclusives, there's 3 DZ exclusives, not that, 4 DZ exclusives, not that, but that's a keeper, not that, not those. Really good quality though. So 4, not those. Not those. Neither of those. Nope. So we're still at 4. Nope. So, and then the last one that we opened was this, but that was actually our 21st cache. So, let me do quick look here. So more, so 20%. So yeah, you know, I feel like I've gotten better numbers than 20%, but I'm not gonna complain because I got exactly what I was looking for. But so yeah, anyway, so I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably don't have as much crap in your stash as I do, so some of this stuff would be more valuable. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think about that quality? Would you be happy with that lot? And have you been farming? Are you guys? Oh, that reminds me. Are you guys playing Hollywood? I haven't been, but that's me. And then I'll show you guys a quick build things while we're at it too. A couple of quick build things. So as a bonus. And then what I wanted to also show you was like all of these so Murakami. So you see all the varieties, but the one I was looking for was the armor regen one. So I'm really excited about that one. As you can see, I didn't have one with armor regen. And so what that allows me to do is it allows me to roll the core into an armor core. So, and if you found that thing in the dark zone, I guarantee somebody will rob it from you. Because it's like, it is actually pretty rare. Trust me, I've been looking for this piece for a long time. And it just happened to get it. The Devil's Due is a dark zone item too, by the way. I'm gonna grab it for just a case because I like collecting those. The Devil's Due is actually really good. I like Clutch. I know that's controversial because a lot of people don't like it because it used to have a reputation. Used to be kind of buggy and they fixed it. But I actually really like it. I'm gonna grab that just in case. Some of the stuff I'm gonna look at and say, do I have a build for you guys for it, or will it be boring? But trash that one because I already have that. Fox's Prayers, it's explosive resistance. Gonna trash it. Explosive resistance builds, guys. Don't sleep on it. I'm gonna keep that one. That's nice. Explosive resistance is really good for raids. You know, think about the fourth boss and Iron Horse, and then also Razorback. Those all have those explosives coming in at you, and it's really not. You don't lose any DPS with a max explosive resistance build. You can still create yourself out, run the Sawyer's knee pads. Beautiful build. And go and trash all of that. But yeah, you guys are my luckies. A lot of regulars here too. So I got Xander, Wick the Swede. What up, Steven Rodriguez? Yeah, so a lot of regulars here. Jacob, what's going on, brother? And so Sam Sven, no Max. Saying what's up to people if I didn't say it earlier. But yeah, so you guys are my luckies. I don't think I would have got those Emperor's Guard knee pads if you guys didn't make this live stream. It was that all of that positivity, that cloud of positivity you put over my head. Yeah, Wick the Sweet says, don't let it expire. Pick it up as soon as possible. I've had that happen, guys, where I actually did many of these videos before, and I was like, yeah, I want that. That's a really good piece. Like, I lost, like, a really good Virginian out here in this field before. I've lost lots of good things because, you know, I'll end up chatting and kind of just talking, and they start to expire. They time out, basically. So I don't know if you guys knew that. Just if you just stand here, they will time out. Also, if you get booted, if you get delta, then you can lose them that way too. So, but yeah, I'm glad I picked up those knee pads. That was the one thing that I was looking for. But I think I got a couple other good things too. That perfect bloodsucker backpack, it'll be kind of fun to work with. I'm trying to create more builds for you guys without using the memento all the time. You know, even though it's super fun and I love the memento, but I like giving you guys some options, I guess. Let's see here. So basket could be good. Bread basket. Okay, yeah, Nomex. Thanks for answering that question. So going back to some questions here. So if I missed any questions, then apologize. But I'm gonna try to get back to these. I think the last one I saw was Ron's. So Malcolm Gales, welcome, man. Good to see you. Good to see you back. That is. Silverback, you're killing it lately, Tux. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Trying to stay on a hot roll. Oh, I can't wait to share this next build with you guys, and hopefully Saturday night. If I get this one piece, I'm just waiting to farm this one backpack. If I get it, then I'm going to share that the gameplay footage with you on Saturday night and then release the build on Monday morning. Oh, Dan, good question. I did see that comment that you made. Yeah, it does. I understand the question. So Dan asks, he actually made a comment in an earlier video where he believes that the sharpshooter specialization only helps rifles and marksmen. And that's partially true, Dan, but not on the weapon handling part, only on the headshot damage addition. So let's take a look. So here, it says 15 increased weapon stability, reduced recoil, and faster reacquisition of target. So it doesn't minimize that to just your rifle or marksman rifle. Now, if you look here, it does. 15 increased headshot damage with rifles and marksman rifles, allows for precision kills. So that's the difference there. Testing it though would be really hard to actually test that. So I think we just have to take it for face value because it's subjective to your subjectivity and your perception. It's really easy to perceive 15% increased stability, even if it's not there. You could think you have it. And that's because there's a mechanic in the game that actually improves your weapon accuracy and stability after you get your first headshot kill. And then it'll improve your stability and your handling, basically your handling. And then that happens up to your fourth kill. And so that mechanic is built into the game. So sometimes it's hard to tell what exactly is being procced when it comes to your weapon handling. But there's nothing that's written in. I think that's just experience that tells you that. So those of you that use a lot of headshot builds probably know what I'm talking about. You can feel your assisted aim kind of getting better, your aim assist, right? Kind of getting better after each headshot kill. It's especially prevalent for me with the headhunter talent. I can feel it, especially with that. So, and that's mostly because you get more chain kills going. Zero Prime says, 06 Prime says, I need the Regulus, real talk. For sure. I love that pistol. Favorite pistol in the game, for sure. I did recently put out a D50 build. I was actually pretty impressed with the D50. I've used it before, but I hadn't fully built around it, and I created a build just for the D50 for the reanimated event, and it worked really well. Really impressed. But that thing is a wild animal. I put a max weapon handling on that thing, and I had over 100%. It was like 120% stability, and I still didn't have the stats maxed out on the weapon itself. So that tells you how much of a wild animal it is. It's like trying to shoot a wild boar. Xander, that's an easy challenge, man. You got to do harder than that. Challenge for you, Tux, a viable all named item build. That's easy, man. I can do that. Shit, I could probably slap it together right now, man. So I'd put contractor's gloves. I would put Fox's Prayer. I would put I'd put Chain Killer, but I want to see if I have that one. So the Chain Killer, right? And then I would put, look at all my chill out masks, guy. I farmed the chill out masks yesterday because I had everything but one. I put the Punch Drunk mask. Like I had all the chill out masks. I kept getting the same things over and over again, but I was farming the variations. See, that one's skill damage. That's a good one, right? There's another one with skill damage, but this was the one I was after, and I finally got it yesterday. This one with crit damage on it, and then I rolled the skill tier. Isn't that nice? Isn't that beautiful? It's a beautiful one. This can create some beautiful builds for you guys. Anyways, do we have a named holster? What's the named holster? I think the only one I can think of is the Claws Out. What other named holster do we have? It might be on my other character. That would kind of throw it off because, oh, we have the RNH, so I mean I could go shield. RNK, RNH, RNK, right? The Forge. So I could go shield. Huh. Actually, so that would force me into a shield situation. Either that, Claws Out is kind of a, actually, no, the Claws Out wouldn't be bad. Let me go back to the Claws Out because that would give me more pistol damage. So we're basically creating, there we go. You like that claws out? Did you see how pretty it was? That's also a DZ exclusive item, guys. Actually, you know what I think about it? It's very rare to see that in the named item cache, believe it or not. But it would show up there. Where'd it go? There. So that gives me 9% pistol damage right there, right? Which is nice. And then up here, I get 20% pistol damage, right? So that's 29% pistol damage from there. And then what I would do, building this on the fly, and I love doing these build on the fly builds. So you got me right where my heart is. You got me in my heart. You see where we're going with this? And then what I would probably use would be the deflector shield with the Regulus. You see where I'm going with that? So the Regulus combined with Headhunter, okay, is gonna allow me to one-shot chain kill people, including named bosses. And so I'm getting more pistol damage to charge me up to do that. And then that's gonna boost my my pistol up even more. But I'm also getting some skill damage, so I'm gonna make use of that skill damage by running the deflector shield instead of, instead of the Crusader or the Bulwark, right? But I can go that way too, but then I'd be losing the skill damage. And you know me, I like to make use of everything, but it's not the worst thing. The other option would be also, again, to go shield. So if I wanted to go defensive shield, then I could go the Forge. Yeah, use one of these and use one that doesn't have, I'm not sure, did I have it there? It might be on my other character. I have one with like repair skills on it too. And I use repair skills to fix the shield, but see if I have another one. There it is. Oops, I'm full. Let's move something over. Black Friday, move you over. 1886, move you over. Okay, always full. Story of my life. And then we were looking for that RNK. So that's the other way I could go. So if I decide I want to use the Bulwark, then wherever did I pass it again? Where'd it go? I'm going too fast. There it is. So repair skills helps the Artificer Hive fix the shield. So that's why I want repair skills on. So I could go claws out for more pistol damage, and then do the deflector shield, or I could do this, and then I could run the Bulwark or the Crusader or whatever shield I wanted to. Either way, so let's just put that as a placeholder for now. And then what backpack would we use? So probably not that. Actually, I probably need to trash that. Liquid Engineer wouldn't be bad, because you get all that bonus armor and you'd stack that bonus armor with each one of those headshot kills. Oh, but you know what I would probably, yeah, this is actually probably, there's no doubt. Unfortunately, it's going to be on my other character, but what I would use, I could use the Matador and defense, right? Also get some damage to armor, so that's not a bad route to go either. The other one is the gift. It's probably the better pick, and get that perfect vigilance, but it's on my other character, I believe, but I'll double check. I do think I have one here also. The gift, so there's that, which isn't bad because it's got weapon handling, so I could roll headshot damage, and then yeah, I might as well take that one now. So it's been sitting over there for a while, collecting dust. I got another one on my other character, but I don't want to log out. So that's probably a really viable build. So multiplicative damage there, vigilance, so perfect vigilance, so that's 25% weapon damage, and then we shave a second off of the disablement, basically. So I'd change that status effects to headshot damage, and then I'd optimize it out. And then pistol damage, headshot damage, so that's why we want that. We'd probably take that out. And then perfect headhunter, obviously it is what it is. That's for chain killing, one-shot chain killing. And then repair skills. This is for the shield. So it just depends on whether this is the route I want to go. If I don't want to, I could change that core attribute to red as well. Give myself more weapon damage. I could also just not play into the shield health at all. Anyways, it'll be a tough choice. I'll have to test it whether I want to go claws out or not. But I don't mind the claws out. That's not bad. But with the other option, I mean, I'm getting crits and pistol damage. With the other option, I'd be getting, I could roll that core attribute to weapon damage and get even more weapon damage, 15%, right? And then I got 20% income and repairs and 20% repair skills. So if I did go this route, then rolling with the fixer as the secondary, it'd be really advantageous. So that would be the route that I'd want to go with this one. And then if looking at our stats, if we swap over to the pistol, then we're at 175% headshot damage. So we have what we need. And so with the attribute, with the mod slots, I can put on more repair skills. That's probably what I would do. And actually we're running gunner. So I'd want to run sharpshooter with this, but let's just go ahead and see if this can, how many bullets it's going to take to kill an elite. So I love the Regulus, so any chance I get to put together a Regulus build, I'll take it. So once you get the first kill, then you're golden. Let's go actually go into the group. Again, remember the build's not optimized at all. It's I'd have to make sure all the pieces were like that one needs to be maxed out. With pistol builds, they're real same with that one. With pistol builds, they're really sensitive, guys. Pistol builds, like you want to max them all out. So one bullet at 7 million, and that's non-crit. And then they blow up. It doesn't show the explosion really well just there, but they're all bleeding from the explosion. And then they start going down really easy from there, right? So one shot, one kill from there. So it's the first kill that's always going to be the hardest. And so that's where I would adjust. I always adjust this build to the first kill because everything after that is basically free. So yeah, but you don't have to use a pistol too. You could also do this. This is also, you know, oh, I don't have it, but the White Death. You could play to the White Death if we wanted to keep it true and say, well, the gun needs to be named also. Then where's my White Death? I should have it somewhere. So yeah, so here's a named one there. Actually, that's probably the one I would go with. But again, I'm full. Damn it. Always full. You see my point. I'm not gonna switch to it. But yeah, so that's a good build for you. Good challenge. But it's really easy because it's, you know, some really strong, they're strong pieces, right? So I mean, there's other ways to go too. Like if I didn't want to use the contractor's gloves, I mean, you could do this. Look at that. So I can do the death grips, right? And go for, that's armor on kill. And instead of these, I could go Murakami knee pads and get the armor regen. So I got armor and kill, armor regen. Get perfect bloodsucker. So that's bloodsucker, guys. Just so you guys know, that's armor on kill. You see that, right? It's just bonus armor, so it expires, but it's still armor on kill. So keep that in mind. So armor on kill, armor regen, right? So that's gonna synchronize real nicely together. And then now you just need killing power. So what other chest piece well, that's easy, right? We can go the sacrifice. Go hard, go home kind of concept. Go hard or go home. And then named masks. We don't have a lot of named masks options. We do have to chill out though, right? That's a named mask. Shit. There we go. We crit that bad boy out. And then, you know, we're back to the... That's what we need, huh? We need more named holsters. Am I getting all of them? It's just 2, isn't there? Right? I think that's the only named item holsters we have. But this would be a good build, actually, right? I mean, this built from scratch. You can run any gun with it, which makes it cool, right? So I'd probably run some restrained. And I might actually, now that I think about it, if we wanted to stay true and say that it has to be a named item also, then, you know, I'd have to look through the stash and see what I have. So let me move something over just so I have room. But I don't know if I have what named item weapons that I have sitting around here. The shield splinter, that wouldn't be bad. That would hit hard. That's an odd. Oh, the rail splitter. Oh, I love that one. Yeah, sold. Yeah, any of these would work too. Emmeline's Guard or the apartment if you're going that route. And so the downside of the assault rifle though is that you know, then you got to figure out how you're going to get enough crit chance on your build. And as you can see, we're pretty low right off the bat, so we can pick up a couple of pieces here and get a little bit of crit chance. But that's the hard part about SMGs. I mean, assault rifles is now you got to worry about your crits, right? And so that's going to dictate on how, if I like this, basically the setup. So there's 31%, and then I can pick up another 18 or a little bit more actually from these mods. And I do have that chill out mask with crit chance on it too. So somewhere. Where did it go? I have too many things. It's hard to find anything when you have this much stuff. But so I can so I can get that to where it needs to be. The problem is that, yeah, I don't want to squeeze more power out of it because of all the armor. So I'd have to tweak that. So the only other way to go to get around that would be to, instead of doing an assault, use an SMG instead, because then you wouldn't, well, Optimus wouldn't be a bad idea. Actually, that's probably how I would roll it. I'd probably run Optimus instead and just not rely on crits whatsoever. That's one way to go. Or less reliant on crits, I should say. Less reliant on crits. But you could go with like Emmeline's Guard or the apartment, and by doing that, they're going to bring 21% crit chance with them, plus the mods, right? So this one's probably going to bring all the crit chance that you need here, the apartment. So that's a way to skirt around that. So Cyclops Zombie Gaming, welcome to the Players Club. We need a Players Club song. Who's a composer here? Don't we need a song? Let me see. Okay, sorry. So I was in the zone there creating these builds for you. But yeah, I appreciate the challenge, man. That was a good challenge. There's a lot of different ways that we can go with that. Maybe we'll do a whole live stream on that, and then I'll pre-compose the builds so that we can get through them quickly. As a matter of fact, I'll make note of that because I think that's a good topic. I think a lot of people would really appreciate the build diversity that you can have just off of named items. And so, yeah, that's a great topic, as a matter of fact. I'll squeeze that in. Maybe on Saturday night stream. What do you guys say? Wick the Sweet says, I totally don't get Hollywood. I'm with you. Look, can we talk about the Hollywood event for just a minute so I can get on my soapbox and preach? Can I preach to you guys? Tux the Preacher. So this event, let me tell you why I'm not a big fan of it, okay? And I'm, a fan of a lot of things in this game. So, but with this one, the deal is that the enemies in this game, the NPCs are already really tanky, right? Really tanky. I mean, we have to unload, like, the measurement of a really good build is whether you can take down an enemy in a single mag, an elite, right? Taking down an elite in a single mag. That's usually how we measure a good build, give or take, right? So they're already tanky. It takes a whole mag, 50 rounds to bring down an elite. That's crazy, right? Think about that. And then they give us an event like global event, like Hollywood, that makes them basically invulnerable. So it takes that. So it goes from frustrating to even more frustrating, right? And then, I think our objective is to try to get through as much content as fast as we can, and that really slows us down. So it's sort of demotivating. And so I absolutely don't play this event. I don't, and yeah, it forces you into these certain builds like EMP builds to have something strong there, or an explosive build, or a specialized weapon build, and forces you into those builds. And none of those are my favorite builds. Of course, you guys, many people might love those, but for me, they're just not my favorite builds to run. I mean, there's no doubt that the mortar turret is really powerful, but it's sort of kind of like boring. And so I can run it like once a year, basically. But it is powerful, I get it. But for me, it's just, I mean, using that thing, you spend so much time aiming, you don't even really get to use your gun very much. So, and I like to use my gun a lot. So, but it's a great build, don't get me wrong. But yeah, and so the event kind of forces you down to certain builds, unlike Golden Bullet, which basically works with every build. And even Reanimated works with every build. It's just rewarding you for getting headshot kills. And so I tend to focus on headshot builds, but you can use whatever you want. So yeah, that's why I'm not a fan. I don't get it either with the Swede. It's definitely not one of my favorites. That's for sure. Fanbot, appreciate you, man. Welcome to the Players Club. Back to back. We're on fire. It's Friday. But yeah, we need a song. So if there's any composers out there that want to come up with a Players Club theme song, let me know, because that's what we need. I would love to be able to hit a button and play that song. But Ron, yeah, the Dodge City holster, Ron, I like that, man. I like that. Are you saying we need to build for it? I use it as sort of a thing about it, though, is that it turns your weapon into a secondary weapon, right, that you can only use from time to time. But one build that I created that kind of makes it a little bit more useful is called One Tap a Shakalaka. And so I don't know if you saw that build. It's been out for a while now, probably a couple of months. But One Tap Shakalaka, basically what I did is I built in really high armor on kill. And so the strategy was just to pull out that pistol from time to time and just quickly take advantage of all of that armor on kill with a single bullet. So one kill, 50% armor on kill or something like that. I don't remember exactly how much armor on kill I put on it. I'm looking for it right now. Here's a link. Get your link. There we go. So it's an off meta build. And so it's I just dropped that for you, Ron, so check that one out. But that's the downside of Dodge City is it's not good for pistol builds. It definitely makes your pistol into a secondary weapon because you have to build up those stacks. So Wick the Swede has a question for us. Will explosive damage attribute increase the damage from explosions from gear sets like True Patriot? I don't believe it helps True Patriot. I gotta take another look at True Patriot. I'm not sure I have any pieces here, but I have to read that. But I think True Patriot, I mean, yes, explosive damage attribute increases explosive damage, yes. But some explosive damage is actually weapon damage. And so that they purposely have made it so that doesn't work. So look at this one, okay? So the Regulus. Headshot kills create a 5-meter explosion. So it says right there it's an explosion, but that explosion deals 400% weapon damage. So although it's an explosion, the type of damage it is weapon damage. So in order to get that explosion to be more powerful, you basically need more weapon damage attributes. So or amplified weapon damage or multiplicative weapon damage, anything that helps weapon damage, not explosive damage. And there's lots of weapons that are like that. Like I think if we look at the Merciless, I'm not sure if I have it here, I don't. The Merciless is like that. I think this is as well. So when detonated, each offensive primer deals 100% weapon damage. You see that? So adding explosive damage to the Ravenous isn't going to help it. At one point, I think it did when they first released it, and I think they changed it, if I remember right. But no, it's definitely weapon. It says 100% weapon damage. So that's what you're looking for, and I think... I don't think I have any True Patriot on this character, so unfortunately I'm not able to read it. So going off the top of mind, and somebody else, oh, here we go. Okay, shooting enemy repairs, blah, 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 decrease, blah, blah, blah. So the full flag. Enemies that die while under the effect of all three buffs create a 5-meter explosion, dealing damage equal to their total health and armor. So, no. So the way I read that is it saying that the damage is equal to the enemy's total health and armor, which you have no control over, right? So that's the damage it deals. So even though it's explosive damage, the damage is based on the enemy's health bar. So unfortunately, explosive damage doesn't work for that either. So they've basically made explosive damage only viable for the Vile Mask, as well as, yeah, so here explosive damage makes this stronger because the explosive damage makes your concussion grenade stronger, so that's why it works that way. They've made it for that and basically, you know, your skills, your turrets and sticky bombs. Other than that, it doesn't work. It doesn't even work for the Merciless. I believe the Merciless is also weapon damage. So, and unfortunately, I don't have it on my character. But yeah, so that's unfortunate. But good question. Good question. Oh, the ammo dump holster. Parker Flyrock, the only one that called that out. Good man. Good man. We also have the motherly gloves that, motherly love gloves or whatever they're called, that give you more skill health. Good call. Ammo dump holster. That might even be better if I decide to go DPS. It might even get me to use the mop or a named shotgun of sorts, which would be cool because then I don't need to rely on crits so much. But hi, how to change stats? I'm not sure what you mean, but Papas Zakopoulos, if I'm saying that right, Papas Axopoulos, Christophorus sounds very Greek. Sounds like a very Greek name there, which my tongue always has a hard time pronouncing some of the Greek names. But I think what you're asking is how to recalibrate. So you come here and you can basically take something like this chill out mask if I wanted to, and then I could change the stat. So that's how you do it. You need to go to your crafting bench. In order to change your stats, you need to make sure you have your library full, recalibration library. I'm not going to go too much into this because that's not what this video is about, but you need to fill this library. And you do that by collecting things, just by collecting gear, and then moving it over here, re-rolling it over here. Once you have your library full, then you can go and re-roll your items. I think that's your question. So sorry if it's not. You are from Greece. All right, I nailed it. Great name. Great name. It's a Christophorus, which I think is like Christopher in Greek, and then Papa Saxopoulos. I think you pronounce your X's. I'm not quite sure. Parker Flyrock. I've been having a great time rocket blasting fools with a tip of the spear build this week. Yeah, that's a good example, Parker, of making kind of the best out of what we have. Because if you're looking for those named item caches like you saw me open today, guys, then you want to take advantage of this event. And for me, I'm really not doing it just because I basically have everything, so it's not vital for me to play this event. So I'm just gonna skip this one. But if you're still farming named item caches, just go ahead and do the event. I mean, first off, just by activating the event, check this out. And I did this, guys. Just by activating the event, turning it on, you're gonna get a named item cache. The first thing in the rewards track is a named item cache. And you get that by literally turning it on, okay? And so if you can play just to get to level 6, then you got 2 named item caches right there. And you also get the season cache, which is actually really valuable. So if you can play just to level 6, you got 1, 2, 3 really good items. And to get to level 7 actually is probably what I would play too, and get that second season cache. So that's not that hard. You would just need to get, let me see, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 30 stars, put it 30 stars is what you would need. So I appreciate you, Christophorus. So for you to farm to fill up this area, it's basically everything, man. So like when you get a backpack, so let's say I was out in the field and I was fighting an enemy and he dropped this backpack. See how it says vigilance on it? I'd be like, I'm new to the game. I need vigilance in my library and headshot damage in my library and weapon handling in my library, so that later I can re-roll it to other gear, right? So that's why we want our stats. So I would take that backpack and I would go to my library, and then I go to my backpacks, and then I would go to talents, and these would be black. If you don't have them, they'd be black. But I have everything, so they're white. But then I'd go to vigilance, and I'd click on vigilance here, and it would show me what backpacks in my inventory have vigilance that I could take from it and add it to my library. So anything you get, if you're new to the game, anything you get dropping and from an enemy can potentially be added to your library. So yeah, that's definitely should be like priority 1 is, what up, Lee? What's going on, brother? Welcome. Yeah, so if you're new to the game, you want to fill your library as fast as possible. So just everything you get, even if it's garbage and something you're not interested in, bring it back to the White House, walk up to Emma Richards or the other stations, and see if you can add it to your library. Yeah, but anything that you get can be added there. But oh yeah, you're 140 SHD. Yeah, so you need the game. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Man, I wish I was 140 SHD. There'd be just so much to do. You're gonna be busy, man. You're gonna be busy. It's a good game. So red stars can be spent here, and I'm saying you want to buy these named item caches. That was the point of this video today, is that buy these named item caches. It's the best gear in the game. It's right there in this, and it only costs 8 red stars. So when you get those stars, you need to spend them before Tuesday morning. So spend them by Monday night. You need to spend them, or they will all go in the garbage. So make sure you buy those. This season, they're only open when there's an active event, and right now we got the Hollywood event. So it's the only event that's active right now. And so this event ends in 3 days. So you have 3 days to farm those named items, and you get beautiful gear, like these gloves, like these backpack. These are named items. They have a name, like Liquid Engineer, and these are the Death Grips. These are the Emperor's Guard high-end knee pads. So these are the named items. These are the types of things you can get from those caches. So that's how I would spend them. Hey guys, but that's all I got for you today. So I got to get back to farming because I really want to get this build out. This build that I'm calling, I think I'm just going to call it Perfect because it's perfect. Appreciate you guys for showing up today. I look forward to connecting with you tomorrow night. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe if you haven't. Join Tux's Players Club if you need to. We really appreciate the support. I'll drop a link right now in the chat. Make sure that's nice and easy for you guys to get to. And then again, tomorrow night, we're gonna have a live stream. If I get this backpack, I'm gonna be showing the gameplay footage for the new build that I'm gonna be calling Perfect. Just flat out perfect. That's the best way to describe it. And it's actually really exciting. If you love any of those builds, like the Perfect Blend, which is the 4-piece striker, or Game Over, or Slaughter, any of those, it's gonna be like those, but it's gonna be at the next level. Literally, it's gonna be at the next level. Okay. And so, I mean, I don't want to throw out too many spoilers. So just look forward to that. And I should get the backpack today. Fingers crossed. It's not that hard of a backpack to farm. It's just, you know, RNG can be a biatch sometimes. But all right, hasta mañana. Tuxedo out. Flows, and that's how it goes.